Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we are checking out the brand new Japanese Pokemon card set, Black Bolt and White Flare. These sets will be released in English in July and I'm very excited about that. There are a ton of illustration rares in both of these sets and a ton of really awesome chases that I'm sure Black and White fans are going to absolutely love. Let's rip these bad boys open and see what we have inside. This episode is brought to you by Buyee. Buyee is your gateway to everything in Japan. If you've ever wanted to buy exclusive Japanese collectibles, Pokemon cards, anime figures, fashion, or even weirdly cool snacks that you can't find anywhere else, Buyee is the way to go. You can absolutely pick up some Black Bolt and White Flare through Buyee. Here's how it works. Buyee partners with major Japanese sites like Yahoo Auction, Mercari, Rakuten, and more. You browse the items in English, place your order, and Buyee handles the rest, including communication, domestic shipping, and even bidding for you. If it's an auction, they'll consolidate all of your packages, ship them internationally, and boom, it's like your own personal shopping assistant in Japan. No Japanese address, no problem. You can't read kanji, Buyee's got your back. And right now, new users can get a huge discount on international shipping with our exclusive link in the description. Check them out today if you're looking to pick up some new Black Bolt, White Flare, or just any cool Pokemon card products directly from Japan. Definitely check them out. Thanks to Buyee for sponsoring this episode. I am really excited to open up some Black Bolt and White Flare. I know very little about the actual pull rate inside of these sets. I've heard all kinds of different rumors. I've heard that you pull a single illustration rare inside of every single booster pack. That seems a little ridiculous, but it's really hard to know what's actually inside of these sets without checking them out. I think we have to open them up one at a time. Right now, these two booster boxes pretty much cost the exact same. There's no price difference whether you're picking up a Black Bolt or a White Flare set, but there are unique cards inside of both of these sets, so don't expect to find the exact same chases inside of these sets, which means eventually one of these sets is going to be the better option of the two from a value perspective if you really want to min-max it. Right now, I'm not sure which one is better. I think we have to start off with Black Bolt. Originally, in the Black and White era, I purchased, in Black and White, I picked up myself a Pokemon Black. So that's why we're starting it off with Black and White. We're going to go with Black Bolt. And let's see if we pull ourselves an illustration rare. And we get ourselves the Haxorus illustration rare in our very first pack. Oh, into the ends full art. First pack magic. Let's go. Is every pack going to be like this? This is ridiculous. Ends full art into Haxorus. Talk about some of the best hitters from Black Bolt. Some of the best ones already. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay. Is that common? How many secret rares do we still get in a booster box? I don't know. I'm assuming you only get one secret rare inside of your booster box. And since we pull ourselves the ends full art, Pretty Boy N, I'm assuming this is going to be our one secret rare. Let's see if we do pull ourselves an illustration rare side of every single booster pack. This is going to be a pretty long video if every single pack contains an illustration rare. But that would be kind of fun too, kind of legendary. Man, the Japanese packs are never easy to rip open. We might have to crack out the scissors immediately. Oh, I see something shiny. No way. Do we really get an illustration rare out of every single pack? That seems a little ridiculous. Oh, okay. We got ourselves a Pokeball Balloon holographic reverse into the old-fashioned Black and White holo rare. All right. No secret rare, no illustration rare inside of that booster pack. Yeah, wow. I love ripping open the booster packs based on the little rip option on the right-hand side. But considering how annoying it is to rip through that actual method, yeah, we got to switch over to scissors. I can't let this continue. All right, one more booster pack before we switch over to the scissors. Let's see if we get anything good. Ooh, uh-oh. We got ourselves, I don't know if you guys see that, but we got ourselves some damage. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, these cards are damaged right out of the booster box. That is not good news. For Japanese cards to be damaged right out of the booster box is not good. Ooh, second illustration rare hit into an EX on the backs. Nice. Nice. Genesect EX. All right, very cool. 2 illustration rare hits already. Fantastic. Man, this is going to be a good booster box if this is like truly the pull rates. I'm going to have to see how many illustration rares we pull. If it's only 3 illustration rare, that's a little bit low, but if we pull like 5 or 6, that's fantastic already. I was told the trick with the packs is you got to rip it open from the butt side of the Japanese booster packs. It does make it a little bit easier, but I still don't love it. I think scissors may be the best way to go if you really want to have like a clean pack opening experience. We got ourselves our second Pokeball holographic reverse. You do not get a Pokeball holographic reverse inside of every single booster pack. We've only pulled 2 so far. I do like the old-fashioned black and white kind of static hollow pattern. These are neat. These are a cool callback, that's for sure. Let's open up some of the cut ones, see what we get. It'll just be a little bit faster. I may go back to butt ripping if that is the path forward. We got ourselves our third Pokeball. I'm actually going to count the amount of Pokeball holographic reverse and illustration rares that we get inside of our booster packs. We only pulled 2 so far, so it's definitely not an illustration rare inside of every single booster pack. Third Pokeball holographic reverse, okay. The black and white holographic reverse patterns are pretty cool as well. It looks like you do only get 1 single secret rare inside of the box. Right now, between Black Bolt and White Flare, based on the hits inside of both sets, I'm going to have to go with White Flare as being my preferential of the 2, and that's mainly due to all the chase cards inside of it. I do think I like the Reshiram special illustration rare just a little bit more. Ooh, we got ourselves our third illustration rare. We got ourselves the Panpour right there. Very, very solid. Into a Conqueror holo rare. And yeah, all right, third illustration rare. So this is really cool. Awesome singles. Awesome, awesome, awesome singles. There's our third one. That may be our final hit on the whole entire booster box. That'd be a little bit boring. We've already pulled 3 illustration rare and 1 SIR. So typically in a Japanese booster box, that's all you can expect. I believe we do still get ourselves a single Master Ball. So it definitely gives us some room for just things to hunt for, you know. So I think this is a really cool idea. Except there's just a bunch more to look out for. There's just more treasure. More treasure is always good. That would be a pretty bad Master Ball holographic reverse to get one of the energy. Ooh, if we can pull ourselves a complete set of Thundurus, Tornadus, and the whole entire Genie trio, that'd be kind of cool too. Wow, I see something sparkling on the back. It might just be a regular EX though. Nope. Nope. That's our Pokeball. That's our Pokeball holographic reverse. Still looking for the Master Ball and seeing if there's any other hits inside of our booster box to understand a little bit more on the Black Bolt and White Flare. And there it is. There is our Master Ball. It's the exact same Master Ball pattern as the 151 set. I dig it. It's interesting that they kept the exact same Master Ball pattern. All right, interesting. If you get 1 single Master Ball of every single Pokemon from the whole entire Black and White era, that's quite a few. That may be our final hit inside of this booster box. So I'm just ripping open the rest of these booster packs for fun. Wow. I don't know if the butt is any easier to rip these packs open. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit easier. All right. I'm assuming because we pulled 3 illustration rare, 1 SIR. There's another Pokeball. There's another into Meloetta EX. Since we pulled 3 illustration rare and 1 SIR, and our Master Ball has already been pulled, that should be all the hits that we get inside of this whole entire booster box. I'm assuming we don't get anything else. We're going to have to wait and see. Let's see if there's anything else inside of these last couple booster packs, and then we move on to White Flare. Got ourselves another Pokeball holographic reverse, a duplicate of the Genies. How many booster packs do we have left in here? We got ourselves 6 booster packs still. I'm assuming none of these have anything, but we won't know until we check it out ourselves. Next booster pack up, we got ourselves the Snivy. Ooh, the Victini Holo Rare is actually really, really nice. That's cool. No Pokeball holographic reverse inside of that one, so All right, let's try one more try with the butt side. I just don't feel it. I'm not feeling the vibes of opening it up from the butt. I don't feel like this is, yeah, like this isn't easier to rip open at all. Wow. Yeah. Oh, I guess you just tear it open. All right. Maybe that's the way to do it. Let's give it a try. Onto. All right. Another. Ooh, nice. Hollow rare. All the hollow rares look really fantastic. All right. Let's give this one a try. Just rip it. Oh, yeah. Just rip it from the. Maybe that's the secret, is just to rip it from the butt end. I'll give it a couple of tries. I still don't love it. The easiest way still to do it with your fingers. Another nice EX card. Fantastic. 3 more booster packs to go, and then we're moving on to White Flare. This might be it. We might have pulled all of the hits from all of the Black Bolt box. 3 illustration rares, 1 SIR, 1 Master Ball, and probably like a dozen Pokeball holographic reverse into the Haxorus holo rare. 2 more packs to go. Not bad. Not bad. So it's pretty much a normal pull rate, which is, you know, not bad. Not bad at all. Nothing to really complain about. And to a 4th illustration rare. Very interesting. Were we supposed to receive a 4th illustration rare? Very common looking illustration rare. Absolutely nothing special about this illustration rare at all. Very interesting. All right. Well, some of the illustration rares just don't look that amazing. And I would assume this is one of those. The Haxorus illustration rare is probably my favorite. The SIR is not bad either. Not bad at all. Wow. Okay, maybe I am getting the hang of it from ripping open from the butt. Interesting. All right, final booster pack from Black Bolt. We get ourselves another Pokeball holographic verse. Okay, so the pull rate. Oh, and we do get the complete Genie trio. There we go. All 3 of them have been pulled. We got ourselves 4 illustration rare, 1 SIR, and a Master Ball holographic reverse inside of our Black Bolt box. Is that normal pull rate? Did we pull an error booster box with a 4th illustration rare? I don't know. Let's try it out with White Flare next. Let's see if White Flare can do any better for us. Right now, both sets pretty much cost the same to me. I don't see a real difference between Black Bolt and White Flare. Depending on the cards that you want to hit, you may prefer picking up either Black Bolt or White Flare. You are going to have to look through the 2 card lists to see which ones you prefer. Oh yeah, none of these cards were inside of Black Bolt, so they're absolutely... they're both unique sets, but you had to combine both sets to get yourself the full black and white experience. Oh, I'm really getting the hang of ripping it open from the bottom side now. Okay, that is way easier and way better than ripping it open from the top side. So that is pretty good. Got ourselves Pansear. Into Joltik, which is actually one of my favorite black and white Pokemon. I'm a huge Joltik fan, actually, so that's really, really cool. Let's see if we also get ourselves 4 illustration rare inside of this booster box. I'm enjoying Black Bolt and White Flare. It does look like they improved the pull rates just a little bit. I think 1 more illustration rare, and you know, so you still get 1 Master Ball inside of every single booster box. So there is something for everyone. This set is going to be very interesting, right? Because I've heard mixed feelings about Black Bolt and White Flare, which is basically, unless you're a fan of black and white, you may not have any desire for any of the Pokemon inside of this set. Because there's no Mew, there's no Mewtwo, there's no Charizard, there's no Umbreon, there's no Pikachu, there's no Eevee. There's none of the classic top chase cards inside of most Pokemon card sets, right? Your big chase cards inside of this set is Reshiram, Zekrom. You got yourself all the black and white starters. So are you an Oshawott fan? Hopefully there wasn't an SIR inside of that booster pack. Hopefully we didn't damage one of the cards. The Japanese cards do get to be a little bit slippery. All right. Nothing good inside of that pack. Although the holo rares are still nice. Do I want to have a complete set of black and white? Probably not. I don't really do master complete sets anymore. There's a bunch of different reasons for that, but there's just too many sets. If you try to master complete every set, I think you're going to wear yourself pretty thin. Wow, there we go. We got ourselves our first illustration rare from White Flare. We got ourselves the Pig Knight, one of the Pokemon starters. So probably one of the weaker ones. I think of the trio, my favorite illustration rares, and not my favorite Pokemon, but my favorite illustration rare from the set has got to be the Oshawott line. I think those arts look really fantastic. The Snivy line is also really solid. I'd say the weakest of the trio would probably be the Emboar line for me personally. And if Emboar is your favorite, that's completely fair. These are illustration rares, so it's going to be kind of like a love it or hate it kind of relationship, right? Either you love the illustration rares for some of these cards, or you absolutely hate some of them, and there's no right or wrong with it. It's going to be interesting to see exactly which illustration rares are going to be inside of which sets. They're still up in the air. Like, obviously, everyone knows the illustration rares inside of Black and White. You can see the complete list. In fact, I'll have a link down in the description if you want to see the complete list for every single illustration rares. They've all been revealed. The best illustration rares are going to slowly float to the top, but it's going to take some time for the market to really decide. It's going to take some time for collectors to really decide. Ooh, we got ourselves a beautiful Cottony. I will say some of these illustration rares are very, very interesting in that they're kind of basics, but I kind of like them at the same time. Some of them look really awesome. We got ourselves the Keldeo EX, but, you know, so many illustration rares. So many illustration rares. Some of them are better than others. I actually really like that Cottony. That looks fantastic. I would actually say that Cottony looks better than the Pig Knight illustration rare. It just depends on what you like. So that's why I'm saying, as I look through the two lists, we got ourselves a Dino. Ooh! We got ourselves the Deerling Master Ball. All right, I see you. There's our second Master Ball. Into our Reshiram EX Full Art Secret Rare. I think that's our hit for the booster box. Wow. Reshiram EX. It's not the SIR version, which would be my chase for this booster box. I think the chromatic versions are also inside of this booster box, but that's not bad. That's not bad. Right now, between the two booster boxes, they're very close in terms of the hits so far. I don't know which one I would say I prefer. Obviously, the Haxorus and the Ends Full Art is really solid from the Black Bolt box, but I don't hate my hits from White Flare so far right now either. They're both very close. It's going to be very dependent. If we pull the Oshawott illustration rare inside of this booster box, I think I'm going to have to say I prefer the White Flare one. We still get two illustration rares, so we pulled half of our hits from this booster box already, which is, well, maybe a little bit more than half. We pulled two illustration rare, one SIR and one Master Ball. So we should still expect to see two more illustration rare somewhere in the rest of these booster packs. And let's see if we pull anything else, because the first booster box we did pull 4 illustration rare, and Japanese booster boxes are standardized in a way that you can sort of always expect to see the same kind of hits repeatedly. So we should be able to see, with our last couple of White Flare booster packs, 2 more illustration rares. If we pull 1 or 2 more really good illustration rare, I would say that I prefer White Flare, but it's going to be very, very close. Both booster boxes have been very solid. And there we go. We got ourselves our third illustration rare. We got ourselves what is the cousin of Quaxley. We got ourselves the Ducklet illustration rare. Ooh, all the legendaries get their own holographic hollow pattern cards too, and an illustration rare. There is an illustration rare of every single legendary as well. So those are all really solid. Yeah, honestly, I saw Ducklet and I was like, wait, are you Quaxley? They are very similar looking. All right, on to our next booster pack. I think we're looking for 1 more illustration rare, unless we got ourselves a Samurott into an EX, unless that first booster box was an error where we actually pulled 4 illustration rare, but I've never seen that error inside of a Japanese booster box before where they give me an extra hit. I wish that was common. Ooh, you know what would be cool? We could still pull God Booster Pack, technically. They do exist inside of Japanese booster boxes for both Black Bolt and White Flare, and a Hilda. Man, if we pull ourselves a Hilda SIR, that'd be fantastic. 4 more booster packs to go. Final thoughts on Black Bolt and White Flare. I am very, very, very happy with these sets. I think they look fantastic. I wish every single gen had the exact same set. Like, if every single generation had their own master set like this, where every single Pokemon inside of every single generation can get their own Master Ball and illustration rare, that would be fantastic. Can you guys imagine a Heart Gold and Soul Silver set where every single Pokemon from Gen 2 gets an illustration rare? Yes, take my money, please. That would be fantastic. So I hope they continue to do this. I think this set is very, very specific to fans of Black and White. And I can see that immediately in the comment section of videos where people are saying, oh, you know, I don't really care about this set. And that's completely okay. I think that's the way sets should be. Not everyone needs to rip open every single set. I think we have reached the point where we've diversified the hobby enough that you can get a set that you like and it doesn't have anything to do with someone else's set. Like, you can enjoy this set. We might have actually pulled close to every single Pokemon inside of Black and White, so this might actually be a fun binder to put together. But wow, that's exactly what you need. 1 booster box of Black Bolt and 1 booster box of White Flare, and you can pretty much pull every single Pokemon from these sets. It looks like close to it. I think that by the end of these 2 booster boxes, I'll have close to most of it. Final booster pack, and we do pull ourselves a final illustration rare. All right, very, very cool. 4th and final illustration rare into some duplicates. So you do get yourself 4 illustration rare inside of each booster box, which is pretty cool. An extra illustration rare is nothing to complain about. I think with 4 illustration rare, that's still pretty low. You're going to have to be ripping open many booster boxes if you want a complete set of all 150 illustration rares from both Black Bolt and White Flare. This does not bode super well for the English set. I think a lot of people are expecting Black Bolt and White Flare in English to have significantly better pull rates than any other sets just because of the amount of illustration rare. I disagree. I do think they might improve the pull rates just a little bit for us. Wow, really, thank you, Pokemon Company, for improving the pull rate just ever slightly. But that's sort of what I expect, to just have slightly better pull rate, just like the Japanese, like literally 33% better. Like, you pull 1 illustration rare inside of every single 9 booster pack instead of every single 12. It's a little better, but it's not significantly better. It's still better than nothing. So hopefully we do get better pull rates. Worst case scenario, Black Bolt and White Flare literally has the exact same pull rates as every other set, which basically means it's not good enough, and some of the illustration rares that people really want are going to be incredibly expensive, and that won't be fun for anyone. So here's hoping. Let me know what your thoughts are on Black Bolt and White Flare. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.